Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Tabitha here again. So in this video I'm going to be talking about marriage allowance and everything you need to know before claiming marriage allowance. And whatever I miss out, I'm just going to leave it in the description box down below so you can read it up. I'm making this video because I've seen a lot of ads online talking about marriage allowance and making it sound so juicy. And I'm sorry, I'm here to tell you that it's not as juicy as they make it seem. So please keep watching to find out what's involved and what's not involved before claiming marriage allowance. So marriage allowance is transferring 10% of your personal allowance to your spouse. So this act was established in April 2015. And please bear in mind that you can only claim marriage allowance if you're eligible, as not every married couple is eligible. Any married couple can apply, but are you eligible? Keep watching to find out if you are or not. Moving on, I'm going to be talking about eligibility criteria to know if you're eligible to apply for marriage allowance or not. So the first one would be if you're legally married or in a civil partnership, then you can apply. And then if you're in a same-sex marriage, legally, more like civil partnership, you can apply. Yep. Bear with me. So please note that if you're only living together as a couple but not legally or in a civil partnership, then you're not eligible to apply. Sorry. Before I go ahead to explain the next eligibility criteria, let me explain this first. So the recipient must be within the 20% bracket of 12,570. So 12,570 is your personal allowance, your tax allowance that you're entitled to. Yeah, so your earning must be between £12,570 to £50,270 to be eligible. So that way you're within the 20% bracket. Because if you're a 40% earner or 45% earner, you're not eligible to apply. It doesn't matter how low your spouse's income is. Yeah. So please bear that in mind. And then if you live in Scotland, you must be earning between £12,571 and £43,662 to be eligible to apply, because England and Scotland's tax rate bands are quite different. They're not the same. And who else is eligible? What else? Bear with me. So the transferor, that's the low earning spouse, is usually called the transferor. That's the one transferring the allowance to the recipient, the other spouse who's going to receive the allowance. Yeah, the transferor must earn below the personal allowance to be eligible. So if the low earning partner, for example, earning is about £11,310, then you be giving your spouse 1,260. That's how it works. That's how it's being calculated. I'm going to make a video maybe after this one or sometime next week or so. Just keep an eye on that, explaining how much you need to get if you apply. So I've seen ads where they tell you that you can earn up to £2,000, £3,000. That's not true. You don't receive more than £1,000 if you claim for the four years, as if you backdate the claim. So I'm going to also talk about that in this video. moving on. Yeah, can you backdate your marriage allowance claim? Yes, you can. You can go as far back as 2019. So the new tax year has just begun. It began in April, on April 6th. That was when the new financial year began. So you can go as far back as 2019. So if you're eligible from that year, you can apply, and then you can get your 3 watts, your 3 watts of allowance for the last 3 years. And then in the current year, that would be included in your tax code. Then you would pay less tax by 1,260. Actually, that would be in your spouse's tax code. So if you're transferring to your partner, for example, your partner is going to get a check for the last 3 years. That's if you're eligible in the last 3 years. And then for the current year, you're not going to get the cash for that. So what you would then get is uh, an allowance in your partner's tax code. So he or she can pay less tax by £1,260. Yeah. And moving on. So who can apply? The low income earner, who is referred to as a transferor, can apply. They can make the application. However, the recipient, who is a higher earner, can also apply. So if the recipient is applying by phone, he or she would need to call the HMRC directly to apply by phone if he wants to do that. However, he'll be asked to be granted permission by the transferor. So apply. So how can I apply? You can either apply by your online account. It can be called gateway account or personal tax account. Or you can call the HMRC's taxes helpline directly to apply. So if you have the gateway account, there's a bit where you can you can apply for claims. However, you can go to the gov.uk website and then click on marriage allowance, click on apply, and then it will then direct you to your gateway account, to your personal tax account. So that's where you can make your application and then hit submit, the submit button on there. So these are the two legit ways you can make your application. You can't apply if you want to apply through by a third party. That means you'll be applying through all these tax agents, online tax agents, and you would have to pay a fee for that. And sometimes they charge more than 50%. So it is best to go through HMRC directly. So HMRC do not advertise these things, marriage allowance. They barely advertise it, to be honest. So if you see ads pop up on your feed online on social media, just know that it's one of these tax agents. If you want to apply through them, bear in mind again, you have to pay some fee, and that would be after the allowance has been sent off to them. Because if you make the application through them, the allowance is going to go to them directly. It's not going to come to you. So they decide how much they would give you. So I'm just going to say this again. Apply to HMRC directly. If you don't have the gateway account, just give them a ring, and then they would ask you all the questions they will need to ask and check if you're eligible, and then you can apply. And also check your income properly. So if you want to backdate your claim from 2019, then you'd have to go through your P60, or better still, call the taxes helpline and ask that you want to apply for marriage allowance, and then go through your P60 with them. So if your earning is below 12,570, you're eligible. If it's above that, you're not eligible, even though you're legally married. I'm going to make a video explaining how much you would get, how much allowance you'll be given by HMRC or how much is going to be approved based on your earning. Okay? If you enjoy watching this video, please click the like button, share, and subscribe for more. And I'm going to also update my description box down below if I leave anything out or any important information. I hope you find this video interesting. If you have any questions at all, please don't forget to comment down below as well. I'm here to answer your questions. Thank you for watching, and bye.